Good afternoon and welcome to round 7 of the Armed Forces iRacing League. Today we're at Summit Point Raceway. It resides in West Virginia, Summit Point, West Virginia. And we have about 5 drivers today, and a couple of them are looking pretty close in practice, around the 121, high 121 mark. Let's see what Jacob can do. I think he's crossing the line soon. He already did for his first flying lap at a 126.4 coming out of the pits, so that is not an accurate representation of his lap time. It's just where the pits are, really. You come out kind of already on time. Brian Johnson 126.0, Clayton with a 125.9. Again, those are just times coming out of the pit, therefore starting the lap and then getting out of the pit lane and getting onto the track, getting up to speed. So obviously not the true representation of what the pace is here in these cars. But so I think all drivers now have crossed the line. They are all on their flying lap, first flying lap in the 10-minute qualifying session that we have. It is an open qualifying format, so all the cars can be on track at the same time during qualifying, just like Formula One or your IMSA class or anything like that. That way, people kind of put a little bit of strategy into it. Do they try to get out on track during a time where they can pick up some draft, or maybe not, As you see Jacob do a 121.787. Pretty quick lap. I think that beats his practice lap. So let's see if anybody else can contend with that. And Kai does not improve. Clayton does, though, and he sets a 121.442. It's about 3/10 quicker than Jacob Ross. Clayton Doty, this was going to be his second race, and he's already got one podium in the bag. Can he get a win today? So see Gregory cross the line, and he does a 124.6, puts him in third place provisionally. Ryan and Kai have yet to do another fast lap, so we will see whenever they cross the line this time around. As we see Jacob cross the line, can he get pole position? No, he does not. I think he was doing kind of like a cool down lap. Maybe he's going to speed it back up for this lap. Kai and Brian both put down new fast laps. Kai with a 22.206 puts him in third position. Brian snatches fourth with a 23.2. As we see Jacob going off track. That unfortunately will invalidate his lap. So we will see what he does. This is Brian Johnson's first race in the Armed Forces iRacing League. He is representing the veteran community. I think this will be our first veteran joining our league. And he looks to be pretty close to being on pace with all the other people on track. Kai ends up snatching second from Jacob with a 121.739. Only 4 thousandths of a second quicker than Jacob. Can Brian maybe close the gap to Jacob? We'll have to see. Clayton seems to be getting close to Brian's draft. That might play into effect if he can get in it, especially closer to the later portion of the track. Big straightaways on this track. Draft is going to definitely play a part, and then you have a mix of kind of medium with slow speed corners. Perfect opportunities to pass, so we should see some good close racing between a couple people together. Clayton's going to get the draft down the front straightaway, I think. He's within a second. Might help him put down an even faster lap. As you see both of them across the line just now. And unfortunately, Clayton does not improve. Brian does not either. Gregory Burchett, I think this is his third or fourth race. He is representing the U.S. Army Esports. He is active duty. So thank you, Gregory, for hopping in on Armed Forces iRacing League and participating today. As he does a 124.041, his fastest lap of qualifying so far. And he's got one more lap to go. But he might be... Okay. I thought he was coming to a stop for a second. Can Jacob put down a faster lap time? He might cross the line just in time to do another lap. And he doesn't improve. Kai does not improve either. Will Clayton improve? And he does not. Brian does not improve either. He's going too wide in qualifying. And Brian's looking to do the over-under. I don't think he got good enough run out of the corner to do that, though. He's looking. Brian is fighting back. This is good to see. Unfortunately, just hops the curb and kind of settles the car. This is a preview of what the race should look like. A lot of battling. Definitely close racing today, as we forecast. I think that concludes qualifying with our last driver crossing the line. Rounding out your top three will be Clayton Doty in pole position, Kai Schapper in second, and Jacob Ross in third position. Brian Johnson, Gregory Burchett in fourth and fifth, not too far behind Jacob. So we'll see if Gregory can possibly fight for fourth. And we'll have to see what the top three do. They should be gridding up here any moment. As we see them start to pace, short parade lap formation. So they're about to go green. It looks like Brian did not grid.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag.
Underway here at Summit Point. Clayton seems to not have gotten a good jump. Kai did though. Kai looks to be taking the lead, going down into turn 1. He is giving a ton of room though. Goes out a little bit wide but holds on to it. He's going to inherit the lead. Jacob Ross close behind. I wonder what happened to Brian. He unfortunately did not grid, is not coming out of the pits yet. Jacob looks to the inside and doesn't make it stick. He should get some big runs on the back straightaway and front straight though. Big late braking by Clayton, ends up tapping Kai in the rear, gets a little bit of damage on the front. I am super surprised that did not take out your race leader. Unfortunate, but at least no one got taken out in the process. Jacob Ross looks to be closing the gap to Clayton a little bit. Kai makes a mistake, goes wide, and they're side by side. That damage sure has to be affecting Clayton's front downforce a little bit. It might make him a little less powerful on the straightaway. There's an opportunity for Clayton to pass Kai if he could get a good enough of a run. Doesn't look like he's going to make a move though. Kai goes out wide, and they're side by side again. Kai does have the inside of the next corner. To maintain that position. Clayton, your race leader now. Kai is definitely looking to attack though. These cars are not super easy to drive because they require you to roll as much speed as you can through these corners to go around the track the quickest. So that's going to be very important for these drivers to maintain delivery, especially going into these big draft straightaways. Draft is very powerful and can definitely change course. Kai might get a run going to turn around. He might attack here. Looks like he's going to. He's peeking, and he does. Clayton held on to the inside though, going into the next corner. Almost. Jacob probably looking to overtake Clayton. I don't think he's quite close enough yet, but he's getting there. Seems to have fallen off a little bit, but isn't too far behind. Brian Johnson is now on track. It looks like, unfortunately, he missed the start. That's key. Kai goes off track. That's going to allow Jacob and Clayton to catch up a little bit. A lot of battling so far. I'm sure this is going to continue all race long. Summit Point is a 1.98 mile circuit, so just under 2 miles. First opened in 1973, and when it first opened, it hosted professional racing, but since those days of professional racing kind of turned into an amateur track, high performance driving training and club events. Definitely a good beginner track aimed at amateur drivers. Clayton almost went to the back of Kai again, but luckily holds it down and doesn't make contact. Already seen one incident so far, and it looks like Kai doesn't even have damage from the first one, so that's good. These Mazda MX-5 cars only have about 190 horsepower. So I think going down the front straight into turn 1, they probably, I think, get up to like 110, 115 miles an hour. So good beginner racing. What this simulator is all about. Into the final corner. Clayton is getting a massive run. Kai goes wide. They're going to be side by side. Jacob in close pursuit. He's looking to make a move as well. Can he make one happen? Jacob's going to squeeze down the inside of Kai, maybe. He tried to. Your top 3 interlocked like crazy, and Jacob sets the fastest lap of the race of a 21.5. Mega lap by Jacob. Jacob going down the left side of Kai, and he's going to make it stick. Jacob into second place. Can Jacob fight for the win? It would be his first win versus iRacing League. Or can Clayton hold him off for his first win? Potentially 3 first winners in the top 3 positions. Kai has fallen off. I wonder what happened. He is almost a second behind Jacob. He's about to lose the draft. And that's going to hurt his chances of fighting for the win tremendously. Unless he can catch back up. Ryan Johnson is about 8 seconds from going a lap down. Leaders. Clayton Doty, I totally missed it. What happened? No way, your race leader spins out. Or was there contact? Nope. Wow, your race leader is 8 seconds, or was race leader, now in third, is about 8 seconds behind your first and second position. Unfortunate for Mr. Doty. He looked to have incredible speed. But now, unless these guys continue to battle, they might have a shot at winning their first race this season. Just this race and one more race to go in the championship. I think Kai and Jacob are both third and fourth in the championship. So either one of them getting race winning points is going to help big time. No, what happened to Kai? Kai blew his motor. No way. Wow. Let's see what happened with his race. As we go on board here to see what happened. Looks like he just shifted into first too quickly and blew the transmission. The motor sounds like it's still running. And he's going into the pits to fix that issue. Wow, big drama here. Gregory now in third behind Clayton. Clayton regaining second position, and Jacob Ross pulling away as your leader. Jacob now about 9 seconds. He looks to be pulling a gap on Clayton. As long as he is smooth and consistent the rest of the race, it's going to be Jacob's first win of the season. And with the led a lap bonus and fastest lap of the race bonus, he's going to bag 32 points this race if he can win. So much has happened in the first half of this race. We'll have to see what happens in the second half. But for now, Jacob with a commanding lead and seems to be extending it. Can Kai catch Gregory and steal the podium away with 15 minutes remaining? It's honestly not that bad of timing for Kai to have that kind of an issue, because he can top off on fuel and finish the race out. So And he was already, I think, halfway through the lap almost. So, to have anything go wrong, I think that was the best case scenario for Kai. Because Gregory and Clayton still have to pit. So, in theory, Kai could take third position back. Kai did use his fast repair. I just hope that he doesn't blow his engine again. Otherwise, he's going to have to retire. Brian is setting some fast laps without any kind of draft. He actually is the quickest on track at the moment. I wonder if he started on the grid at race start, what could have been for Mr. Brian Johnson. Seems to be quick this race. See the elevation of this track going up and down, left and right. The camber changes. As we're about 13 minutes left of the race, your race leader about 7 seconds and 7.5 seconds, almost 8 seconds in front of Clayton Doty. Clayton Doty appears to be going quicker. We'll have to see how long each of them take in the pits and how strategy is going to play out. Because the race win is not out of the question for Clayton yet. A lot can happen out of nowhere. I wonder when all the other people are going to start pitting. They should be pitting anywhere, anytime. It looks like Jacob's going into pits. Your race leader is going into the pits. He looked like he had a slow entry. Okay. Can Clayton capitalize on that? I don't know. Gregory Burchett looks to be staying out another lap. And if he can go 2 more laps, he's going to get a bonus point for leading a lap in the race. Clayton, Jacob's out of the pits. Clayton's soon to be. Oh, Clayton's taking tires. He's going to be pretty far behind. Jacob coming out of the pits, I think. Kai overtakes Clayton. So Kai inheriting provisional second position, I think. Because Clayton took tires. Wow. I don't think Clayton should have done that with only 10 minutes remaining. But it might be able to get him the fastest lap bonus and that should even out the points if Clayton can snatch that from Jacob. So that might be what he's going for. Gregory has yet to pit, and he looks like he's staying out another lap just to get a bonus point, possibly. All bonus points, even if they're only 1 point or more, matter so much in the championship. It's a very close championship, so every single point matters. Jacob Ross looks to be closing the gap to Gregory, but Gregory still has to pit. As it looks like he made a slight mistake. He was 7 seconds ahead of Jacob at the line. He's only 1 second ahead of your race. Jacob Ross, second position. Net P1. Because Gregory has yet to pit, and it looks like Gregory's staying out another lap. Holy cow, he must be fuel saving. If he can get away with no stop, that would be first in AFRL history. And it might mean a podium for Mr. Burchett. Jacob's looking down the inside. Is he going to get there? No, he's not. Gregory holds on to the lead for another corner. Looks to be under pressure pretty heavily by Mr. Ross, though. Jacob picking up all the draft he can get. He's going around the outside and he makes it stick. Wow, what a move from Mr. Ross. Off camber and definitely sacrificing his entry for the next corner, but makes it work. Good job though for Mr. Gregory on the Stars Forward US Army Esports livery. Thank you again, US Army Esports, for competing in the Air Force League. And there we see Gregory Burchett going down into the pit lane. He seems to have the quickest entry of everyone now. Clayton with a 35.9 stop. Brian Johnson with a 23.5 stop. Clyde 29 and Jacob with a 30. Let's see how fast Gregory gets out of the pits. Right around the same time as Mr. Ross. Brian Johnson with a 23-second stop, though. Definitely the best man in the pits. Jacob still with a commanding lead of about 6 seconds. Can Kai or Clayton pull anything out of the bag to try to get the win? So it looks like Kai is closing the gap ever so slightly. And Jacob just remains incident free and consistent. It's going to be his first race win. About 5 minutes remaining in your race. Big break in. Looks like they're gonna go off track, but it doesn't. These cars have more grip than you think. Ooh, nice save by Kai, hopping the curb. Got him a little bit sideways. Clayton Doty with the 121.615. He's definitely trying to go after that fastest lap. About 2.5 minutes remaining. I think they're only going to get about 2 more laps in the race. Possibly 1. Jacob Ross still your race leader. Clayton Doty does appear to be catching Kai Shepard. I don't know if it's going to be enough time remaining in the race to do that though. But the new tires definitely playing a role in his laptop. Clayton Doty continuing to close the gap to Kai. The gap has been steadily coming down about half a second to about a second a lap. I just don't think there's enough time for him to grab second, but he has a pretty good comeback from his incident early on. Looked like he grabbed a fast repair for the damage on his front bumper earlier as well. looks like they're going another lap. I think this is the final lap with no time remaining on the clock. Just barely enough time to cross the line for one more. Is that going to give Clayton enough time to catch Kai? He could see him off in the distance, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Clayton, I know, is pushing the heck out of his car there right now. Trying to make up some kind of time, but as long as Kai holds it together, it's going to be no threat at all. And ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, Jacob Ross, first race win of the season. He has been trying super hard to get that race win for a long time now. Congratulations, Jacob. A lot of points for the championship headed your way. Kai Shapper rounding out second place, Clayton Doty in third. Good result from the both of them. Yeah, do them donuts, Jacob. Clayton getting in on the fun too. That's cool. As we have Gregory finishing as well in fourth. Good result from him, and Brian rounds out your top five. He is about to come across the line. And I'm really curious if Brian can start the race on the grid next race for the season finale, what he can do. He looked to have some good pace for his first time being in this league. So excited to see him on track. Thank you guys for watching. I hope everyone has a good Air Force Day. And thank you for watching.